Okay, if there are any JJK fans out there, you guys are going to be severely pissed about what I'm going to say in this video. This thing right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the prison realm, and in my honest opinion, is quite literally the biggest plot hole in JJK, and I will tell you why Gojo should have not been sealed by this thing. My number one reason for this argument is the timing that the prison realm takes to be activated. The thing that doesn't make sense about this whole timing thing is that it takes a solid minute for the prison realm to even activate alone. And also for another condition to be met is it has to be within a 4-meter radius of its target. Now for the sole purpose of me not doing math calculations, because math with JJK is so complicated, so I'm just going to go based off of my memory of what I remember of watching the Shibuya Incident arc and what I remember of reading the manga for Gojo's curse technique, which is the limitless technique. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not a math guy. I didn't do the calculations on Gojo's limitless technique, but I do have a good memory when it comes to remembering power systems of a series. And with that being said, Gojo's limitless technique should have slowed down the prison realm by like 6 miles. Because when you really think about it, Gojo has displayed many times, even with the very first example before hitting inventory, that Jugo could not touch him. And we all know what happened to Jugo when Gojo got the upper hand against him back during that fight. I can't show you the clip because I don't want to get copyright strike, but every single JJK fan knows this moment. And before anyone in the comment section types in a very exaggerated long explanation of why, let me tell you something. Gojo versus Disaster Curses may have made him tired, but it's clearly explained that he shut off the technique because he didn't want to hurt no humans. That's very clear. I understand that. But at the same time, Gojo in Hidden Inventory explained to Shoko and Geto, his best friend, that he doesn't have to worry about losing his cursed energy or his brain being overridden by the limitless technique being cut on 24/7. He can literally refresh his brain with RCT. Remember this, people. He can do this with RCT. So why in the literal fuck did he not do this after he fought the disaster curses? It makes no goddamn sense. Excuse me. I'm sorry, do I know you? No, but you're forgetting one very important point. You better not say it. Well, if you remember correctly, the reason why Gojo lost was because his heart knew that was not Geto anymore. That was something else he couldn't recognize. Cut the camera off. I don't understand. Why would you need to cut the camera? Get the hell out of my channel. Oh, well, that feels better. Anyway, so this moment right here I'm talking about is when Gojo is frozen, like, well, basically petrified at the fact that he sees Geto right in front of him. Now, the contradicting part about this is Gojo as a character knows about his role in Jujutsu Society, in human society. He knows he's the strongest. He knows he can easily wipe out the heads of all Jujutsu Society with no issue. The only problem with this is that it goes against his character. Gojo, if everyone remembers the events of Zero, when he walked up to Geto, it is implied that he killed Geto. It's implied that he did it. You can go back and watch the movie yourself. I could be wrong. It could be something else, but I don't think that's the point. But the point of the matter is Gojo knows what to do. And you want to know what Gojo should have done? Standing proud while having his back against the wall and telling this imposter that you may have his body, but his influence is still in there somewhere. Fire it off that goddamn hollow purple, or hell, go with red. How are you still conscious after that? Techniques from the viruses. Always remember the double tap. Zombieland reference. Now, this also leads into my second point of Gojo avoiding this whole situation and using his goddamn head and using the scenario I just brought out against Kenjaku. A lot of people will argue and say JJK no longer has a story. Well, it could still have a story. Like, they still need to get all the fingers that are out there. I mean, they still need to make Yuji the proper vessel for Sukuna when it's time to execute him. So it's not like there wouldn't be a story. There just wouldn't be a story with a main villain, which, I mean, even that's a contradiction because it's heavily implied in the beginning of the series before the real Sukuna versus Gojo fight actually happened that Sukuna was going to be the end game villain. Like Kenjaku, in my opinion, was just put in there just to get things rolling, and I don't know. I guess just have a buffer there, so just in case if Sukuna is defeated early, I guess Kenjaku could have been the final villain, which we all know how that played out. That did not play out very well. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on this whole situation now that the story is over. And it's really been sitting on my mind ever since I watched Shibuya after just stopping at a certain point in the manga. And like from a writer's perspective, it brings up intensity, but at the same time, it brings up a very convoluted way to get rid of your most OP character. I feel like the way Gege should have done it was just have Gojo go off to Africa and just be with Yuta and have him not be aware of the events of Shibuya. You know, could have had Jujutsu Society hide it from. Wait a minute. That's also a contradiction because, like, it's revealed in the Itadori extermination arc that Gojo was in contact with Yuta after Yuta revives Yuji after faking Yuji's death. And oh wow, Yuta could have been in Shibuya the entire time. Why didn't Gojo? Wow, that's a plot hole itself. All right. If you guys like this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys don't like the video, give me your thoughts and opinions. Am I gonna respond to it? Probably not. I'm not really on them all that much on social media anyway. So I mean, I'm open to criticism to be honest. But thanks for watching.